Welcome back to the Houston Oilers franchise. The Oilers are off to a 1-0 start here in Season 2, and it's looking promising after a gritty win versus the Chargers, who we did sweep last season, so the Chargers have not beaten us. We face a different beast in the Kansas City Chiefs this episode. The Chiefs swept us last year, so here we are here playing against one of the best defensive players in the NFL in Chris Jones, and we have a task to hold him to under 2 or fewer combined sacks and tackles for loss. And we will see what our young offensive line is going to do versus him this year. We had all types of trouble last year, and this is the big reason why in the offseason, in the second round, we drafted Sean Harris. He is still hidden dev. Who knows what that's going to be, but he is one of the top centers in the league. He's number 15, so that is in the top half. And I really like what he did in game number 1. It's been a small sample size, but I'm actually pretty impressed. So we do have some skill points, and I want to upgrade our defensive line guru coaching tree on the defensive coordinator. I want to make sure that that's all built out before, touching the offense, because obviously we have more control over the offense. But in game 1, we did lose a couple of defensive ends in Julian Okwara and James Houston. Houston was a big one because I saw when he was in, he was generating a lot of pressure, and I was very impressed in game 1. It's only one game, but still, he's going to miss time now with the torn labrum. Well, so we have to substitute in some other guys, but the Chiefs, they did not get better in the offseason, if I'm being completely honest. They ended up drafting a center who is right now the backup to Creed Humphrey, so I'm not even sure why they would do that. And then they drafted Ross McDermott. So their first 2 draft picks were 2 backups. I'm not exactly sure on the strategy behind that. Maybe it's because Creed Humphrey could be hitting free agency soon. I'm not exactly sure. But they do still have the normal guys, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, and Pacheco. Maybe they did get better because Pacheco ends up going to superstar dev after leading the league in touchdowns a year ago. And he did get that development trait, and now they have another young superstar with this Chiefs organization. Rashee Rice also got a dev trait upgrade, just remember, because he was Rookie of the Year. He beat out Marvin Mims, and he had a phenomenal year. So this might be a guy who's going to be the next great Chiefs receiver. I guess we'll have to see. I guess playing with Patrick Mahomes, he can make anybody a superstar. So some interesting storylines heading into this game. We'll see if we can get our first win from the Chiefs in this series. And we are on the road in Arrowhead as we start out here on defense. Here is Patrick Mahomes. Pacheco lined up next to him here. Travis Kelce on the field as well. The first pass of the game is going to go out to Cedric Wilson Jr., who puts on a move, and he will pick up a gain of 21. No matter who they have at receiver, it seems like Mahomes is just tearing us up. As now they get into a 1st and 10 again. Here is Mahomes throwing. This time the first catch of the game. It's Kelce. Devin Bush came back on a contract extension, and the main reason is because we're going to have to deal with Kelce for, the next 3 or 4 years. We need a linebacker who can cover. So we send the pressure on this next play. This is Rashee Rice wide open. Maybe that was a busted blitz right there. We rushed way too many guys, and the middle of the field was wide open. That's easy for Mahomes. So across the 50, here's a deep shot down the left side. That's going to be caught. And that's Rashee Rice, the former Rookie of the Year, the reigning Rookie of the Year. Put some respect on his name. And now they're inside the 10. Fullback dive on a 2nd and goal, and that's Ford. He gets about 4. As that brings it to a 3rd and goal at the 1. We send pressure and get to Mahomes, and it's incomplete. And now it's 4th and goal at the 1. I remember back to season 1, they had this same situation to kick the field goal, but this time they're going to go for it here on the opening drive at the 1. From the shotgun, Mahomes throws across the middle, incomplete. I'm not sure if his man got tangled on the route, but Mahomes got rid of it, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. We come up with a stop. So we're at the 1 here as DTR starts out this game with the handoff to Antonio Gibson, picking up a gain of 11. Anytime you see any run plays, we're going to try to double team Chris Jones. That's going to be the key, and run away from his side, as that's Jaron McAllister who picks up a gain of 7 on that carry. So we're now at the 18-yard line now. This time it's a 3rd and 3. DTR rolls. He throws on the run downfield, and he's got Marvin Mims. And he comes up with a big-time 3rd down throw on the run. He needs honestly a big bounce-back game because he wasn't bad in game number 1, but he had some very errant throws as he throws this one into the ground. Chris Jones was in there on that one. Now it's a 3rd and 10, another play-action fake. DTR throws to the left side. This time it's caught. It's Kyle Phillips. So 2 big 3rd down conversions by the 2 young receivers in this starting 3, or top 3 receivers, I should say, in this core. As he run the option now, this time DTR gets hit hard out of bounds, but gets it back to Antonio Gibson. We got to be careful on those plays, not for DTR to take too many hits. But it's a fresh set of downs. Another big carry, this time going for 11 yards. And it is a 1st down again. We're inside the 15, and we are moving on this drive. We've used a lot of clock as well. We started, remember, at the 1. This time throwing across the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. It's the undrafted rookie, Jesse Fisher Jr., who gets into the end zone. And he scores his first career touchdown right there. And he makes it a 7-0 game. So here we go now at their own 23. Here's Mahomes throwing across the middle. He's got Rashee Rice. Actually, that's Kadarius Toney. He breaks the tackle and takes it all the way. It's a touchdown, and Mahomes answers right back. It looked like we sent the cover 0 blitz, and that ends up being problematic. Tyree Wilson was right there in Mahomes' face, but a bit too late, and Bryce Hall tries to make the tackle, and he doesn't even wrap up. It's 7-7 just like that. So here we go now, back on offense right away. Here's Irv Smith Jr. who gets the catch. He was over 100 yards in the opener, and he picks up his first catch of the game. Irv Smith has fit in quite well here with the offense. Here is Gibson, handoff up the middle and pushing forward for a gain of 6, showing off some power right there. So now at our own 33, we're still in the first quarter here, about a minute to go. 3rd and 4. This time, DTR. Chris Jones in his face. Throws in this one. And it looks like that hit off the hands of Irv Smith. I don't think that was intended for him, but it's going to be rule of drop. So here is Mahomes now back out on the field. A pitch play out to Isaiah Pacheco, who led the NFL in rushing touchdowns a year ago. And he picks up a long run on that one for a gain of 20 yards. Into the second quarter now. Here is Mahomes throwing, and that's going to be Kelsey. He beats Devin Bush in coverage. It's hard to cover Kelsey. If you try man, he might beat your linebacker. If you try zone, he's definitely going to find the open zone. Here's another throw, this time to the end zone, looking for Kelsey. He had a step and a half, and Anthony Bishop comes up with the deflection right there. Good recovery speed as that brings it to a crucial 3rd and 10 to hold him to a field goal, and Kelsey catches it 1 yard short of the marker at the 15. They're going to actually kick the field goal here. So they went for the 4th and short earlier. This time they're like, no, we're not going to do it again, and leave points on the board. It's 10-7. So here we go back on the field. Here's a pistol handoff. Look at Antonio Gibson right there hitting the hole with some purpose. It's a gain of 7. He finds the cutback lane. We hurried up now. Play action fake. Nobody home to the right side. DTR using that speed, and he picks up the 1st down. Not something he uses too often, even though that is really his primary strength, being mobile. A little wildcat here. Here's a pitch out to J-Ron McAllister, who gets around the edge. He breaks a tackle, and the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Oilers. McAllister ends up picking it back up, but that one could have been a big-time fumble. So now across the 50, more running. Antonio Gibson breaking a tackle. He's still on his feet. And Gibson looks like a different type of back now that he's superstar dev. And he is a monster. He's at 67 yards rushing already. Here's a throw across the middle. This time, Marvin Mims Jr. Touchdown. I think Marvin Mims has something to prove in this game that he should have won Rookie of the Year. Even though Rashee Rice put up ridiculous numbers, I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. It's 14-10. Here's a throw across to the right side. That's going to be caught. Casey Burton, the rookie, out of Penn State in coverage, our first-round pick with the tackle right there. But it's a first down. Mahomes throws across the middle. Mahomes goes right back to Cedric Wilson, being guarded by Burton again. So Patty is not afraid to test the rookie on the right side of the field. And now it's 3rd and 7. This time back to the left, and he will find his receiver, Kadarius Toney. And it's Bryce Hall that time on the tackle. Another drive. The Kansas City Chiefs are moving the ball all the way down the field now. Noah Gray onto the field for Travis Kelce. Here is Mahomes throwing to a wide-open Pacheco. He breaks the tackle, stumbles forward, pushed out at about the 3. So now there's just about 2 minutes to go here in this first half, and Mahomes has not had a bad drive yet. 1st and goal at the 3, throwing to the back of the end zone. It's Noah Gray, touchdown. Mahomes must have been hurt on, or actually Kelce must have been hurt on that drive, but Mahomes finds Noah Gray, his backup tight end, instead, and the Chiefs take the lead. 17-14. We have about 1:50 to go. The first pass is completed. That time by Kyle Phillips. As now we continue this drive now. DTR throws to an open man downfield. It's Marvin Mims with the speed and the separation, and it's a big time throw. Good touch on that pass as well. Good anticipation as we're across the 50. Here's a throw to a wide open Irv Smith. He catches it. He does get hit from behind right away, but his hands were on the football. He has a first down again. We have still not used a timeout. Here's a quick throw, and that is going to be caught. And that is going to be McDermott, the rookie out of Florida, who gets about a gain of 8. We call our first timeout. Here's another quick throw. This time it's Allen Robinson getting involved, and we're inside the 10. And now the clock continues to run. This time DTR has an open man. It's Kyle Phillips to the 1. He dives, and it looks like they're going to rule him out at the 1. And 15 seconds left here at the 1-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Here is Gibson in the backfield. This time DTR takes off. It's a touchdown. The sea parted, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson just finds his way in, and he will score. And we used a lot of clock on that drive. So Mahomes does get about 13 seconds left here in the first half, and where have we seen this story before? 1st and 10, handoff, Pacheco, and he picks up about a gain of 12 as the Chiefs call a timeout. 8 seconds to go. Mahomes throws to an open Noah Gray, who breaks 2 tackles. He stays on his feet, and he gets to the 31. You've got to be kidding me. All we needed to do was make a tackle right there, and the Chiefs are out of field goal range, and instead they knock on 3. You've got to be kidding. Our team has to be better at wrapping up the ball carrier, and because of that, it's a 1-point game. So here we go in the second half. I mean, we've had chances today, and we've taken advantage a little bit, but I feel like we should have a bigger lead than just one. Here is a throw across the middle to start the second half, and that is a first down. DTR having a completely different game than last week. Last week he completed under 50% of his passes. This time he's only missed 4. This time it's going to be a jet sweep toss. That time to Marvin Mims, and he will get to the outside, and it is a first down. 13 of 17 for DTR, and we're close to the 50-yard line. Now in the pistol formation. Here's a deep shot across the middle. That's caught. Oh, and dropped. Irv Smith Jr. had it in his hands. A good throw by DTR as well. 3rd and 10. DTR in the pocket. Throws across the middle. Good effort right there by the defensive back, Edwards, and he knocks it down. He's a rookie as well. Their 3rd-round draft pick. So down by 1. Now back on D. Here is Mahomes throwing to left side. That is going to be caught for the first down. It's Wilson again. Mahomes now at the 33-yard line. No pressure at all on Mahomes today. Let's see if we'll get some RPO action. Out to Wilson. Good tackle by the rookie Casey Burton. And that's a loss of 1. 2nd and 10 now. Play action fake. Throwing. That's caught. It's another first down here for the Chiefs offense. We just cannot get them off of the field. It's Kadarius Toney again. Now at the 50, under center this time. Pacheco in the backfield. Pressure. He throws across the middle. It's Casey Burton with the interception. The rookie has his first career pick. And the pressure forced Mahomes out of the pocket. Maybe threw that one before his receiver was ready for it. And Burton's sitting right there. It's Devin Bush on the pressure. And look, Kadarius Toney just turns around, and it's right to Burton. And we get our first turnover of the game right there. So we have to capitalize. Here is Gibson. Big time hole. He gets to the outside on the inside zone, and he gets close to the 45. It's a first down right there. He's at 80 yards rushing in this game. He has been pretty untackleable. Here is a play action fake. Throwing to an open Allen Robinson with the separation. He was wide open, and DTR finds him for the first down. He's got 4 for 50 yards. That's kind of what I wanted Al Robinson to be when we brought him in. Here's the option play. It's Gibson. He is going to get to the 10. The 5. Jukes his man out. Tackled at the 4. He's over 100 yards with that carry. How about the options? We've ran 2 today, and both of them have resulted in big runs for Antonio Gibson. Now at the 4, first and goal, handoff, Gibson fighting. It's a touchdown, and the Oilers will extend this lead to 8 with a field goal. And Gibson looks like he's on another level this year so far. He's over 100. He's got a touchdown to his name today. He's got 2, actually. And look at the power. That's something we didn't see last year, to be honest with you. He was more finesse last year. So now up by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here is a throw across the middle. Mahomes will find Wilson, and he gets to the 34 for a first down. Wilson, by the way, has 9 receptions today. Mahomes is slinging it to him, no matter who's guarding him. There's a throw to the right side. That's Noah Gray again. And for some reason, Kelsey is not in the game. He must be hurt. For him not to return, there must be a pretty serious injury. Now with 8 seconds to go, here's a quick throw across the middle. It was a matter of time until Rashee Rice got the ball again. And it's a big-time pitch and catch to start the fourth quarter. They're inside the red zone, now down by just 8. Rashee Rice has 4 for 74. As Mahomes is under center here, first play of the 4th, throwing to the end zone. It's caught. Micah Hyde was in coverage, and Rashee Rice, the Rookie of the Year, comes up with it. And it looks like he could be a problem in this series for us. We're going to have to face the Chiefs twice a year, and he's got a lot of football ahead of him. Here is Antonio Gibson. Start out the next drive with the carry. He gets to the outside. That's only a gain of 1. A big 3rd and 9 here at our own 26. Uh-oh, the Chiefs send the pressure, and they get to DTR. He goes down, a loss of 7. And we saw that blitz coming the entire way and couldn't do anything about it. So here we go. We need a stop on Mahomes. We send the pressure right away. He gets rid of it quickly to Kadarius Toney. It's the rookie Casey Burton in coverage all the way to the 7. Goes Toney, and Mahomes is lighting us up again. The Chiefs are at 500 yards total to this point. First and goal, throw into the right side. That one's incomplete. Derek Copeland, the rookie, out of Cincinnati in coverage that time. He's usually rushing the passer. Now it's a 2nd and goal, throw to the flats. This time it's going to be Pacheco. Somehow breaks away from Sidney Brown, and it's a touchdown. All he does is score touchdowns here in Madden. He led the league in touchdowns rushing the football, but this time he spins away from a tackle. The rookie Casey Burton can't bring him down, and it's a 7-point lead now here for the Chiefs. So here we go running the football. We've been running the football very, very well today, and that's another first down run here for our star running back. 1st and 10 now at the 30. Another carry. This time Gibson tries to get to the outside, and he just gets positive yardage. I mean, you got to keep doing it if it's working, and that's a gain of 5. Now at the 34. Play action fake this time, trying to throw off the defense. This time the pressure comes off the left edge, and look who it is. It's Clavon Chason, who signed a free agent deal with the Chiefs. He couldn't get a sack at all for us last year. And now it's 3rd and long. The pressure gets to DTR, and he will throw this one into the ground. And look who it is. It's Chris Jones who finally got some pressure. So here we go, back on defense now. Mahomes this time throws to the right side. It's Rashee Rice. He's open all by himself. It's a touchdown. And Rashee Rice, the Rookie of the Year, has scored twice today. And I initially was on Casey Burton, but I looked back at the play call and it was a cover 2. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. But Rashee Rice scores twice today. And it's now a 14-point lead here for the Chiefs. You have to take advantage of the opportunities when you're playing them because they will light you up in a hurry. So here's a throw to the second level. That's going to be caught. That's Marvin Mims. And that's a first down, but we have no time to waste. We hurried it up now. About 3 minutes to go here in this game. Here is the rookie McDermott, and he gets pushed out of bounds right there. And that will at least stop the clock. Fresh set of downs now. Here's a throw across the middle. This is the rookie, Jesse Fisher, the undrafted rookie, I should say, and he picks up the first down. So a couple of catches for him. He also scored a touchdown today, remember? And now we're just about 2 minutes to go here in this game. Here's DTR. Quick throw again, this time to Irv Smith Jr., 10 catches in game number 1, over 100 yards. He had a massive debut here with the Oilers in the win versus the Chargers. Here's a throw to the sideline this time. And it's caught, but it looks like they won't rule it a catch. So now it's 4th and 3. This could be the game, but here's a throw, and that's a great dot right there. And it is going to be caught by Kyle Phillips. This drive continues. 1:40 to go. DTR throws, and that's going to be J-Ron McAllister out of the backfield, and he picks up 10. We continue to hurry it up here because we don't have to use a timeout. Here they send the pressure. Quick throw. It's a touchdown. It's Irv Smith who is sitting right there wide open in the middle of the field. And it's a big-time throw. And we'll see if we can recover the onside kick here as our hands team is on the field. Theirs is as well. But Lesney, a high kick. It's up in the air and recovered. It's Justin Ross, the former star receiver from Clemson, who comes up with the ball. So here we go. We need to come up with a stop here. Stretch play on first down. Pacheco stopped in the backfield. Micah Hyde on the tackle. And they eventually run another play, but it brings it to a 3rd and 10. If they get the first down, it's over. Pressure on Mahomes. He goes down. It's Dave Washington, the rookie out of Arkansas, who was the free blitzer. And now we have a chance to win this game. 52 seconds to go. This time, a deep shot down the right sideline. He looks like he was looking for Irv Smith, but I think the off-balance throw made it a harder throw than it had to be. Another deep shot down the left side. That one is knocked away. Remember, we have no timeout, so we do have to attack the sideline. And now it's 3rd and 10. Dorian Thompson-Robinson throws left side, and that's looking for Fisher, and he was blanketed on that throw. It's 4th and 10. 3 incompletions in a row. Now the Chiefs send pressure. Throwing to the right side. Knocked away. 4 straight plays, and we couldn't move the ball an inch. And that will be the ball game. If it wasn't for a couple of opportunities that we just missed out on, this could have been in our favor, but the Chiefs, I mean, you just can't make many mistakes. You have to take advantage of every single drive, and it started with the first one where we did come up with that stop. I mean, that was a good start, but you need to capitalize on pretty much all of those opportunities, and I think that's where we fell short here. But DTR had a big game to me. 25 of 42, 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards. He was amazing today. Antonio Gibson, I mean, look at the numbers. I mean, these are great numbers on offense. We just came up just short, and you had to have your A game in order to beat Patrick Mahomes in this offense. And they even saw Travis Kelce leave the game, and we still could not stop Noah Gray. I mean, it's just those small things, you know, that we just have to take advantage of and, you know, come out on top. We had to win those one-on-one battles. Getting after the quarterback was tough once again, but we did get a sack today. So we had games last year where we did not get any sacks, so getting a sack is better than nothing, to be honest. But we do get our first loss of the season, and then coming back to that scenario where we did stop Chris Jones, we actually end up you know, getting some extra staff points for doing that. But in turn, we did lose that game. So we do have -7 pass block power going into the next game. Madden is pretty harsh with, you know, how they punish you with these scenarios. So after 2 games, Antonio Gibson is leading the NFL in rushing by just 1 yard over Dameon Pierce of the Texans. And Cooper Kupp is leading the NFL in receiving yardage. Rashee Rice is 3rd. And then Marvin Mims is somewhere around 10. So a couple of big games, and he could see his name rise up that list. And then looking at receiving yards per game, you know, Marvin Mims is up there above 90. So I want to get that average up. We'll see how he does the next few games. But next episode, we get to face our 3rd straight divisional opponent. And we get to face a former tight end of ours, Robert Tonyan, who decided to sign a 1-year contract with the Denver Broncos. And I'm going to revise how I go about signing guys as far as re-signing and in the offseason. I'm pretty sure, based on your guys' feedback, you guys wanted me to still go after guys that aren't interested, just obviously giving them a much more player-friendly deal. I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. But through the first 2 games, Tyree Wilson is kind of on the hot seat, to be quite honest with you. Like, he has not gotten to the quarterback. He's expected to be our premier pass rusher and hasn't done anything. And I am very, very warm on him. It's not a hot seat yet, but I think, you know, it's just something we're going to have to evaluate. I look at around the league to see like if there are other options as far as pass rushers go, and obviously Chris Blackburn was drafted number 3 overall. He's not who I'm interested in, but he was one of those guys that I could have traded up for in the draft and maybe helped out Tyree Wilson. But one guy that is now currently, you know, on the trade block is BJ Ojulari, because they just drafted Blackburn along with another rookie next to him in LaMarcus Mills. So now BJ Ojulari kind of is expendable a little bit and maybe could be a guy we could be looking at in trade sometime this season. I'm not sure, but he is only still 22 years old, and he is an option for us for the future. Or do we go out and get a veteran pass rusher? We talked about Chandler Jones in free agency in the offseason. He could be an option, so he could be a guy that we bring in, not necessarily to be the starter, but to add, you know, a rotational pass rusher who could help us out, because, you know, we got 2 sacks through 2 games. I definitely want more than that. We have been creating turnovers, but I want to get some sacks in the sack column. So that's going to do it here for this episode. I will leave it there and get your guys' thoughts on maybe adding a pass rusher via trade or via free agency. Appreciate the support in this series, guys. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on.